Hi, I'm Father Chase. Here's a good would you rather question for you. Would you rather live in uncertainty about your life, much as we are today, uncertain about the future, living with a little bit of anxiety and fear? Or would you rather be told exactly what to do and how to live? I ask that question because we're being told a lot of the ways that we should live, and to my surprise, we've been incredibly obedient. We've been told, in fact, that we should stand at least 6 feet away from one another, called social distancing, that somehow that's going to help us to live a better life. We've all thought, wow, that seems like a really good idea. Well, to put that in perspective, at high school dances, we're only asking you to stand about 6 inches away from one another. Just saying, doesn't always seem like a good idea. Jesus today is asked, what is the greatest commandment of the law? Basically, teacher, tell us how to live. What is the best way to live life? And he responds to them by saying, you should love God above all things. You should love your neighbor as yourself. You ever thought about that? Why is it that some of us say, how can God command us how to live and how to love? Who is God to tell us how we should live our life or how to love? He's the one who created us. He is the one who teaches us how to live and how to love. Otherwise, we would live in uncertainty of life. And I don't think we would be able to bear that. We would rather him tell us who we are and how we should live than to live in uncertainty. What's one of the best ways that we can do that during Fridays of Lent? One of the most ancient practices of our church is to abstain from meat. Of course, we fast as well. But abstaining from meat is one of those things that has caused great confusion. And people say, how can the church command us to give up meat on Friday? Some say, well, wasn't that to bolster the fishing industry? Is it because only rich people could afford meat and poor people could just eat fish? Or is it because fish was more healthy in the ancient days than meat was? Perhaps all of those things have some element of truth to them, but they completely miss the point, the best reason why we abstain from meat during Lent. The best reason is because it unites us to Jesus. It allows us to love God above all things. Jesus gave his flesh on the cross on a Friday, awful Friday that we call Good Friday. And for that, we abstain from meat so that every time we sit down at a meal and we deny ourselves meat, we remember the flesh that he gave for the life of the world. So today we live with certainty. He and his church has told us the best thing that we can do, that we can be united with one another, that we can love our neighbor as ourselves by joining the entire church in prayer and fasting and almsgiving during this Lent, but especially during Fridays during Lent, abstaining from meat. If we want to live in uncertainty, or do we want to live asking God how we should live our best life? Today, I'm living with certainty. I'm living my best life.